we are switching over to DaVinci. We are moving to DaVinci. Let's all go to DaVinci together and show Adobe that they really just like f***ed up. You guys just f***ed up. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I don't know how else to put it. There's no other kind way to put it other than you f***ed up, Adobe. You f***ed up. And we're leaving. We can read, and it's clear as day what it says in 4.2 of your terms of service. Hey, what's up? My name's Kay. I run Just the Letter K Productions, and I have been using Adobe for, oh my god, so long. Since 2009, I've been using Adobe, and I wanted to talk about the recent content terms of service situation. If you haven't heard about this, let's go ahead and dive in and just have a chat about it. So I came across this on Twitter thanks to Sasha Yanshin. I saw his tweet about this and I had to dive in more, and I just wanted to talk about this on my channel and bring it to light. If you are unaware, I think it's something that we should all be talking about as creators. And if you are a content creator, I fucking hate that term, by the way. It's been thrown around a lot in like the wedding photography space recently, especially on Facebook. Like, people are trying to find content creators that shoot on iPhone instead of videographers that shoot with cameras. But it's just the easiest term to like explain what I'm talking about. So forgive me for using content creation ad nauseum. But basically what's going on, the TLDR, is that Adobe has released their new terms of service. And within the terms of service, there is a section number 4. I will put the link to this down in the description if you want to read it at your own leisure. But basically the gist of it is that there is a content section 4 in the terms of service. And it basically talks about your content, what your content is. And then if you go to section 4.2, it talks about licenses to your content. So I'm just going to read this to you guys, because if you haven't heard about this, you need to know. And if you have heard about it, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What software are you switching over to? Because that's essentially what we're getting at this video, is we're probably switching away from Adobe. So 4.2 in the new Adobe terms of service: licenses to your content. Solely for the purposes of operating or improving the services and software, you grant us a non-exclusive, worldwide, royalty-free, sub-licensable license to use, reproduce, publicly display, distribute, modify, create derivative works based on, publicly perform, and translate the content. For example, we may sub-license our right to the content to our service providers or to other users to allow the services and software to operate as intended, such as enabling you to share photos with others. Separately, for section 4.6, feedback, below covers any feedback that you provide to us. So this is where things are getting a little crazy in the content creation space. So as I mentioned before, I've been using Adobe since about 2010, back when you could just buy a standalone disc of Adobe. This is how it used to work. I don't know how long you've been using Adobe products, but we used to be able to just buy the product as a disc and pop it in your computer and use Adobe Premiere or Photoshop or whatever products they had available at that time. So I studied film in Dubai. I grew up overseas and went to SAE Institute, and we had the option to use Final Cut or we could use Premiere. So I opted to use Premiere. So I dove straight in, and I loved the user friendliness, if you will, of Adobe, the customization. I loved all the aspects of it that Adobe Premiere is known for. And it was great for years. I've been using it ever since then. I've tried Sony Vegas. I've tried other softwares. I've tried DaVinci, which is probably what I'm going to switch over to because it is becoming industry standard, which is great. It's also, there's a free version of DaVinci, which is sick. Obviously, I'm going to pay to buy a license because you get more with that license. But so this obviously, this licensing to your content, or licensing your content, kind of caught a lot of people off guard, people that actually read the terms and services. Usually you just check the box that says you read them, but people actually read it this time, and they caught Adobe red-handed, to which Adobe came out and said, no, that's not at all what we meant. That's not what we meant by that. We meant some, it was just a misunderstanding. Adobe, do you think we're fucking idiots? We're not idiots. We can read, and it's clear as day what it says in 4.2 of your terms of service. And then what's funny is if you continue and go to section 4.3, It says ownership. As between you and Adobe, you, as a business user or a personal user as applicable, retain all rights and ownership to your content. Or where applicable, you must ensure that you or the business as applicable have a valid license to the content. We do not claim any ownership rights to your content, but we can just use your content to produce other content or just to talk about our software without asking you, by the way. We can just fucking take your shit. So to me, this means that Adobe is essentially just like spying on all of us. They're just like looking at all the content we create. And normally I wouldn't give a shit, except the fact that I make content for companies. I make content for a group called Interstellar Gateway, where we go out to SpaceX Starbase in Boca Chica, Texas, and we film rocket launches. And that footage is our footage. And if Adobe decides like, oh, this rocket launch footage is really cool, because by the way, the rocket launch footage is really cool. You should go check it out on the Interstellar Gateway YouTube channel. We just released it. So you're telling me that they can take our footage and just do whatever they want with it? They can sub-license our footage? Like, aren't we the ones who are supposed to be like licensing our footage out and sub-licensing our footage out? Like, Adobe, if you like my rocket launch footage, shouldn't you just like email us and ask if you can license out our footage? I feel like there's some crazy shit going on here. And the fact that Adobe gaslit people that pointed this out is crazy. Like, to tell us like, no, that's not what we read. Like, you can't read, like, it's insane. So here's what we're going to do moving forward. We are switching over to DaVinci. We are moving to DaVinci. Let's all go to DaVinci together and show Adobe that they really just like fucked up. You guys just fucked up. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I don't know how else to put it. There's no other kind way to put it other than you fucked up, Adobe. You fucked up. And we're leaving. I've given, and I'm sure you can say the same, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. I mean, 14 years of using Adobe products times $50+ a month. That's a lot of money, Adobe. And yeah, I'm done with it. I'm done. So thanks to, like I said at the beginning, I found this out through Sasha's Twitter or X, whatever. So some options for you guys. Premiere Pro, we're moving over to DaVinci. Of course, it's a huge upgrade. The color grading in DaVinci alone is just insane. I did also just figure out how to turn a LUT from Lightroom into a .cube file so I could use it in Premiere. Thank you, YouTube University, for helping me out with that. But yeah, so now we're going to be moving over there. Like I said, there's no licenses. There's no monthly payments unless you want to upgrade DaVinci, which, I mean, you should do anyway. And there is, so with that DaVinci Resolve license, there is a speed editor keyboard. So if you do upgrade, you can get access to a speed editing keyboard, which is sick, and I highly recommend that. So I'll be doing that. For Photoshop, move over to a software called Affinity Photo. Again, do your own research. I haven't tried out Affinity myself, but I am going to be doing that. Sasha says that this is also an upgrade. After an hour of getting used to it, Affinity software works better than Photoshop. So yeah, shit. Illustrator, Affinity also has Affinity Designer. So yeah, and Sasha's point at the end of his long post at the end of his thread was that it's a really good point, and I'm going to share it here. If you don't follow Sasha, you should do that. But Sasha says, in the last few years, Adobe's competitors have caught up with and overtaken Adobe. And I just didn't know, because I was so used to using this shit product that crashes and can't handle the footage that I put into it. It's insane that I haven't seen this. I've just been blind to it until I got hit like a Mack truck in the face with this terms of services situation. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and kind of share what's going on with everybody, because I think it's important that we talk about this kind of stuff, especially as a community. And I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. Please let me know what you're switching over to. If you use After Effects, what are you going to switch over to that's not an Adobe product? Please put some recommendations down below, not only for me, but for others that are looking for software. I know that there's softwares like Unreal Engine that do a lot of animation stuff, but I need something comparable to After Effects that doesn't have like an insane learning curve. Well, I mean, I guess my hair is crazy. I guess anything is going to have kind of an insane learning curve because you're so used to using the product that you use and you're comfortable with it and the keystrokes and the hotkeys and all that stuff. But it's time to learn. It's time to educate ourselves on what else is out there. What was the other one? Lightroom. Is there a Lightroom competitor that people like? I edit a lot of photos, so I do photography and videography, and I batch edit a lot of things. So if you guys have something that is comparable to Lightroom that I can throw my LUTs in, that would be sick. Otherwise, I'll just recreate all my LUTs in this whatever new software this is. And if I find softwares that I recommend, I will either update you guys in a video or I will just add to the description below with some recommendations for you guys. But it's kind of crazy that this is happening, but Adobe, maybe don't gaslight people that give you thousands and thousands of dollars into thinking, making us think we're crazy, because we're not crazy. You are crazy. So yeah, I will also be pulling my stock footage from Adobe sites because Lord knows they're just using my content and photos and videos that I upload to Adobe stock to train their AI to replace me. So not really down with that. But anyway, those are my thoughts. These are my opinions, and this is the situation. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you have some insight and some opinions. Please put them down in the description. Subscribe for more. If you like photography videos or, you know, cool travel stuff, subscribe. Obviously, this is a new channel. I've been on YouTube since 2014. Oh no, earlier than that. I've been on YouTube since like 2008, 2007. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I make music on here. I explore abandoned places on my other YouTube channel that is also new. I'm trying to like make a couple different channels for my different avenues of things that I love doing. So yeah, music, photography, video. I did daily vlogs on another channel, but that channel's kind of dead just because I don't really daily vlog anymore. But yeah, if you want to see more cool content, subscribe. And if you want to see rocket launch footage, go hit up Interstellar Gateway. We just launched the YouTube channel and the website is coming soon. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry to burst your bubble and give you this bad news, but yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Stay strong, keep enduring. Peace.